What's going on YouTube? You already know who it is, your boy Vic. We're back at it with should guys or girls make the first move? This is going to be a part 3, and I guess there'll be another part maybe in the future. We'll kind of see where that leads to, but I have my girl here, Taylor, talking about our story of why guys or girls should make the first move. So, how should we start this? I want to kind of start it, but I don't know how to start it. So we knew each other since CCA. What were you?
I was a junior.
Okay, she was a junior.
I started there at CCA in my junior year.
Yeah, I was a freshman. So keep in mind, she's 2 years older than me, right? So, ballin'. Anyways, let's just fast forward to what? Maybe a few months ago, when we had that conversation.
Okay.
So let's just fast forward real quick so I can kind of get you caught up. So we know each other for so long, blah blah blah. Mixed
back
feelings.
In like March or some shit?
Yeah, we'll backtrack to March of this year. So we randomly hit each other up. So she hits me up because I had a bunch of hundreds on my Snapchat saying I was in a strip club, and she hit me up. She's like, "I want to go."
That's right.
And I was all like, "Oh, like I was just stunned. Like I'm not going to strip club. You know, I just have bills to pay." I don't know how the conversation took a toll or like a whole U-turn. But we're just talking that night. I remember it was like hella late at night.
I pull up the conversation.
You do not have the conversation right now, do you?
I save all my Snap comments.
Oh, that's awkward. Alright, pull it up. I want to read it. So how it happened, how it truly started was I hit her up. Well, I posted something on Snapchat saying, "Oh, one of my high school crushes."
He posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I screenshotted it because I'm like that. I do shit like that. I don't give a fuck.
She's nosy.
So I screenshot it and I sent it to him on Snap. And I was like, LMAO, so who's ugly now? Like, thinking which bitch is it? Because I knew it wasn't me.
The post said, "My high school crush is now ugly." So it's like, yeah. She thought, I don't know, I think she was trying to, how'd that happen? So.
No, I knew it wasn't me. I was like, I know this motherfucker's not talking about me, but who's he talking about? So you kind of knew I had a crush on you, or you kind of had an idea? Oh yeah, people told me all the time in high school that you liked me because we hung out all the time. You was the homie.
Okay, fair enough. She's all like, "Oh, I know you're not talking about me." I was all like, "No, I'm not talking about you because I still smash." Legit, she has the messages. I still smash you any day of the week. Guilty as charged. So she's all, and so I think I told her. I think I said, I think you would smash me too, and. I don't know what you said after that. Did you say yes or no, or did you kind of avoid the question?
I think I avoided the question.
I think she avoided the question, alright? So long story short, we kind of wrapped up the conversation, and I think it was the next day or the following few days, I hit up, or I posted a picture, again, about the money, and then she's like, "I want to go to strip club." So she hits me, she's like, "I want to go," and so
they
like...
have to have that context.
And so I told her, my words were, I was all like, "I'd rather throw this money on you while you give me a lap dance." Those were my words, honestly. I don't know why you're rolling your eyes.
I'm laughing.
So, she's all like, "Oh, I bet you would want a lap dance." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then, I don't know how it took a toll, but she's all like, "That." I do remember this. She's like, "That's your fault for never making the move." And I was like, "Wait, what? Jump back. What do you mean?" And she's all like, "Yeah, I used to like you back in high school." I was like, "What? When did this happen? Like, why didn't you never say anything?" She's like, "I don't know. You just never made a move." And I'm like, "What?" And then, I don't know how, but the conversation ended. And so, jump to the next day, I hit her up again. I was a little like, I think I was still trying to flirt. I was like, "Hey, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember what happened yesterday. I was high." Like, legit, because that's what you said. You said I was stoned.
I did forget.
She forgot.
Because
that she confessed her love to me.
It's not because I'm high. It's not because I'm high. It's legit because I don't remember shit. Ever. So
she's like, "Oh, I don't remember what happened." So I told her, I was like, "Well, you kind of confessed that you liked me in high school." So that's when we had the conversation sober, I guess. I was like, "So what truly happened?" Even then, she kind of avoided it. She's like, "Well, you never made the first move." So I want to jump back to when I was a sophomore and you were a junior. How did this all start? When did it start? Why didn't you make the first move? And yeah, I'll tell you why I didn't make the first move, and it's a solid reason. It's a very good reason.
Well, you remember.
And it's an awkward moment as well. So awkward moment, and should guys or girls make the first move in one video right now? So let's just start off by when did it start? When did it start?
Well, okay. You remember I was dating Alfredo, right?
I didn't know who Alfredo was. Chicken Alfredo?
Yes. So sophomore year, I started dating this guy Alfredo. And me and him were together for a year and a half. What you laughing at?
Nothing. Just go.
Anyways, do you remember now?
I think I remember now.
Okay.
That's why I remember.
So, well, because you were the one who came and talked to me when I was going through that breakup. Remember?
Wow, I don't remember.
Anyways, I was upset, sitting out in the hallway on a table, and Victor came out and like talked to me. He's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And like we had a moment, gave me a hug.
I did. Wow.
Yeah.
Game.
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember?
Dang.
But yeah, so like that happened, and I know like for me personally, like I'm one where I'll make a first move. I'm not afraid to make a first move.
Clearly, she never made the first move on me, but that's fine.
I'm about to tell you why. You want to know why,
right?
A
little bit.
Okay, alright. Fast forward, senior year, I'm dating Joseph at the time.
So you had no feelings for me when you were a junior? It was just mutual feeling, like just mutual friendship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And it was like, you know, like, oh, you're so sweet, you know, like a big teddy bear, but like not like, it wasn't like in like, oh, you know, yeah, I would date him. It was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, if I was single, I might entertain it, but it wasn't like anything more than that at the time. And so then senior year, things are fucking roller coasterish with fucking Joseph, so that did not work out, to say the least. He broke up with me, but didn't like still wanted to do things as if we were together.
Dang.
But he wouldn't even come to my graduation. He wouldn't come to my senior ball. He wouldn't do anything with me. And I was like, okay. So what I did is I asked my really good friend Victor if he would like to go to senior ball with me. I made a poster and I asked him in the cafeteria at lunch one day. Because I was technically a single person, even though I still very much was in love with Joseph and I wanted to be with Joseph and things were going to work out with Joseph. Anyways.
So keep in mind, she's a senior and I'm a sophomore. She asked a sophomore to senior prom, which for the school we went to, people made it a big deal. They're like, well, my friends did. They're like, because they're all seniors, like, bro, you're going to a fucking senior prom? That's fucking lit. And that prom was lit. I'm not gonna lie. But that was the only prom I went to because I never went to junior or senior prom for my school years. But it was lit. I had a great time. So.
Anyway, so I asked him to senior prom. Now, Joseph really did have the audacity to get mad at me about asking a friend to go with me.
I do remember that conversation, honestly.
Even though
you telling me about that.
Even though you drove us to the dance.
In my mom's car.
Yeah, and he even went and dropped me off at Joseph's house after the dance.
You stupid.
And Joseph was still mad I went with him, even though Joseph didn't want to go. Anyways, moving on from that. I guess back to the reason why I never did make the first move with you.
So no, but you kind of avoided that. When did the feelings happen?
Okay, so I guess the feelings probably around the time that Joseph like kind of started the whole bullshit thing around that time. But I just never made a move because not a great period for me. Really dark 2 months. But during that time would have been the key time for Victor to make a move had he thought he could.
Let's go to my story. So she kind of gave away of what was so awkward. So again, we'll jump back to my freshman year when she was a junior. So I didn't even talk to her a lot. We had choir together, so that's how we mutually knew each other. Keep in mind, I'm 320 pounds. I'm 3XL. Pushing weight. I had no confidence freshman year. I did, but to some extent, I guess. So, again, I guess just like you said, we had a conversation. I don't remember that conversation. I guess that's how we became friends. So sophomore year comes around, and so she's hanging out with us more often, which is me and my homies. And believe it or not, my best friend at the time, he's all like, bro, do you like Tayler? And at the moment, I was all like, no, I'm not really feeling her. I'm feeling this other girl. And I was being 100% truth. I was like, I'm not really feeling this girl. He's like, well, I'm starting to feel her. Would you be upset if I make a move? And I was like, no, go do your thing, bro. What makes you happy. And just because he was my homie, so I mean, I let him do his thing. And he was I don't know. Long story short, he was too much for me. So this guy will only go for the girl that you like. So once he found out who I liked, he wanted to go make a move on her. Once I found out that he was making a move, I was like, all right, he can have her. I'm gonna try with Tayler. Like at the moment I was like, okay, I'm feeling Tayler then, because if he wants to like this girl, then there's no point in me trying. Let's go try with Tayler then. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was like, at the moment I was like, do I like Tayler, yes or no? So I was all like, I sat down, I thought about it one day. I was like, yeah, I can see myself with Tayler. And keep in mind, it's halfway through sophomore year, and my homie Gio was like, bro, just make a move, just make a move. And I'm all like, well, she's like older than me. Why would I even make a move? Like, there's no way I'm able to confirm a kill if there's nothing to confirm. Like, I don't know if she liked me or not. Because again, she's a senior, and you're a sophomore. You don't expect relationships to happen like that. So eventually, she asked me to one day during lunch. I even have the poster still. She's all like, she hangs it up. She's like, "Would you go homecoming with me?" I said, "Yeah." And that's senior prom. My bad, senior prom. And so I was all like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." And so we kind of hugged it out, whatever. And so that moment, like later that day, me and Gio had class, and he's like, "Bro, I really think she likes you. Like, she keeps hanging out with you. She keeps sitting next to you. She's asking you to home or to prom. Like, you should make a move that night." And I was like, "You know what? You're right. I'm gonna try to make a move." So that night comes. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a move.
Now I know. I see what I did.
I think I'm gonna make a move. That night, I'm thinking I'm taking her home, and she tells me right before we leave, she's like, "Can you take me to my ex-boyfriend's house?"
No, I told you at the beginning of the night.
Oh, well, the beginning of the night, just in general that night. So that's why I was pissed off. That's why I didn't make the move, because it happened at the beginning of prom. She asked me at the very beginning, "Can I go back to my ex?" So I was all like, okay, so now I have no chance. It's done.
But that's not true, though. You still could have gone about that night, though, and you didn't do nothing.
But see, that's the thing. I'm a very emotional guy, so once I hear something like that, once a girl tells me something,
you put your walls up.
That's exactly what happens. So it's like, if a girl tells me she doesn't like me, then it's like, okay, you kind of confirmed it. I'm done. A girl can tell me like, I like this guy, and I'm like, all right, confirmed, done. Like, it's just done at that point. Like, it's set in stone. There's no point of trying again. There's only one ever girl I've ever tried to continue with, and I still regret it to this day. But because she told me, you know what, I want to go to my ex's house, I was like, all right, set in stone, I'm done. Like, there's no point of retrying again. So that's what the awkward moment was. And so that night, or that week before prom, in my head, I was like, I'm gonna make a move. That day comes, she tells me she wants to go to her ex. So I'm like, okay, the move's not happening. So that's why it got awkward, because I was all like, that night I was so confident that something was gonna happen, sparks, fireworks, and I was just like, oh, it's awkward. So that's how it happened. Awkward situation. No, but we're really still good friends, and so I mean, at that point we kind of just moved on. And there was days where and at that point I did move on. I was like, all right, I don't like this girl anymore, so I'm just gonna move on, do my own thing. Yeah, that's why I never made a first move, was because She said she wanted to go with her ex, and so in my head, I planted that in my head. I was like, okay, there's no point of ever making a move again if she's already thinking about getting back with her ex. That night we're together, so that's why I never made the first move. Alright, so let's play devil's advocate real quick. So let's play the what if game.
Oh, the what if game.
So what if that night you didn't go with your ex? Let's say that train of thought never happened. Let's just say for some reason that day you're like, no, I'm not going with my ex, I'm just gonna hang out with Victor. So let's say in that night I took you home instead, and this is how I am, like really, like this is how I am. Let's say if I grabbed you by the waist, I pinned you against the wall, and I kissed you. What would have happened that night? Would you have let it happen, or would you have stopped it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that anything more than the kiss would have happened.
No, it's just.
But I mean, I wouldn't. If it happened fast enough, I probably wouldn't have even been able to realize it was happening. I'm kind of oblivious sometimes.
Nice.
So, like, I kind of, like, would have been like, oh, yeah, it's a hug, and then, oh, wait, what? And then kind of just let it happen, and then, like, said goodnight, and then probably would have talked about it later.
Nice.
Now, this is how I feel. I feel that whoever has the feeling like, okay, yeah, I really like this person, and you know what? I'm pretty sure they're feeling me too. Whoever has that feeling first, make the first move. See what happens. Because it might just take you making the first move to make them realize, like, oh, wait, who is this person again? Like, and reconsider them completely as a person. So.
Or what could happen? They're like, ew, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the biggest regret you're ever going to have in life is the risk that you didn't take.
True that. But that's our story. That's why you should make the first move if you feel something. But If you feel like you are having mixed signals, don't be afraid to talk about it. Just do what makes you happy. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like. If you think she was wrong, leave a like. If you think she was right, leave a comment down below. So just kind of see what could have happened. Let me know what you guys think. And again, don't forget to share the video.
I'm always right.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Alright, sincerely yours, Vic.
Peace out.